What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Masters video. My name is Charlie, and today we're going to be talking about GUZMA and Golisopod. Your boy GUZMA, he's really good, guys. Let's check out. He's bug type, of course, but we'll check out his stats right now. HP is at 446, so not the greatest HP in the world, but you don't want to use him as a tank, even though he can increase his special defense and defense quite a bit. Your main purpose with GUZMA and Golisopod is to use them as a striker unit. Bug typing is a very... there's not that many good bug types in the game. GUZMA is definitely the best bug type in the game. Because there are several Battle Villa bosses that are weak to bug typing. So GUZMA is very useful in that way, especially since of all of his self buffs that he gives himself. How many times did I say self? Anyways, so HP's at 446. Attack is 401. It's the 6th best physical attack in the game. Again, he is the physical striker for sure. Defense is 189, so making him 23rd best defense in the physical defense in the game. Special defense is kind of low. Special attack is of course low because you're not going to use special attacks with him. His speed is a little low, but we can boost it up a little bit with the sync grid, but not to the point where you're going to be the fastest guy. You can use like X speed alls and stuff like that with him to get him really decently fast, but he won't be the fastest sync pair in the game for sure. Alright, down here we'll check out his moves. You've got Pin Missile, which attacks the target 2 to 5 times in a row. We'll actually take a look at some really good Pin Missile builds. Dire Hit Plus, which sharply raises the user's critical hit rate. Boom. Physical attacks plus that, amazing. First Impression. Now, First Impression is very unique because the move fails if the sync pair has used any moves since entering. So once he enters the battle, if he switches in, or if he starts the battle, you have to use First Impression first. And it does 200 to 240 damage depending on how powered up he is. And it's against one single opponent, but it's got 100% accuracy of hitting them. And it's stupid how strong that move is. We'll look at some First Impression builds too. Next we have Beat 'em Down, which uses a maximum of 3 slots to use of the user's move gauge, and based on the amount used, this move raises the user's attack and defense by up to 4 stat ranks. So we can get MP refreshes with that, and if you have someone like Superior who has time to energize, which refills the entire move gauge, you can increase GUZMA and Golisopod's attack by like anywhere between 8 to 16 possibly, like depending on how many move gauge refreshes you get, which is insane. You'll be able to max out their attack and physical attack and defense pretty quickly. Let's see here. The sync move, your boy's X Scissor. No additional effects, but you don't need them because it does 250 to 300 damage. It's a physical attack, of course. And then his passive skill is Danger Dodge 2, which sharply raises the user's evasiveness when the user's HP drops to half or below for the first time in battle. On his sync grid, he also has something similar to that. So you really do get a chance to keep Golisopod in the game longer for doing a bunch of misses, evades, stuff like that. Alright, so speaking of his sync grid, we'll go ahead and jump into our first 1 out of 5 sync grid. We'll be able to do like a few of these. Oh, that's the very last one. Here we go. This is the one we're looking at. This is the 1 out of 5, and if you guys don't know about the, I'm at Pokemon Masters Stuff
GitHub, github.io. It's where you can go and do these sync grid build-outs for yourself. They have a new feature where you can choose what sync level you want to show up. So it helps me out for doing these kinds of builds, because this is literally all you get with, it shows you all of the 1 out of 5s, the 2 out of 5s, or the 3 out of 5s that you can get with this. So this is a first impression kind of a build. We also were able to grab Dire Hit MP Refresh 3, Vigilance, which the Pokemon is protected against critical hits, and Beat 'em Down MP Refresh 3, which restores the MP of the move. We were able to get the HP plus 20, this little special defense, that special defense, and that defense. Burst In, which ensures the user's next attack will be a critical hit when the Pokemon enters a battle. So, again, like, that is set up. There's a reason why it's next to the first impression power-ups. You get this, you immediately go in with first impression, and you're just doing a ton of damage right out of the gate. It's amazing. But if you didn't want to do a first impression build, you could also do the Pin Missile Move Gauge Refresh. We've got the Dire Hit MP Refresh there, so the more you hit with the Pin Missiles, the more damage you're going to be doing. And we also got the Beat 'em Down MP Refresh 3s. We do have 12 energy remaining because we got rid of those. So we can go ahead and grab these, and that takes us down to 1 energy remaining. So yeah, we'd be able to buff him up a little bit with his special defense and defense right there. Alright, but that's pretty much it for 1 out of 5s. We'll go to our first 2 out of 5. And as you can see here, this shows you all of the 2 level 2 and lower. So level 2, level 1. We were able to get the first impression power up right there, and that HP plus 20 was what we were aiming for. Vigilance, Beat 'em Down Barricade 1, which raises the user's special defense when a move is successful. It's really good for buffing him up to make him pretty tanky. Grabbing all the HP plus 20s, the special defenses that we can get, the speed, because these are you require 3 energy, where this one only required 2, and we only had 2 left over, so we went ahead and grabbed that one. But yeah, this is a real like tanky build for him. Moving on to the next one, this is a Pin Missile build. We got the Dire Hit MP Refresh. The Beat 'em Down Barricade 1's just too good not to get, especially because of being able to spam Pin Missile with the 2 move gauge refreshes there. So you just keep buffing your defense while you're doing a lot of attacking with Pin Missile. We'll go ahead and move on to the next one. This is a first impression build. Of course, we got Burst In, and we got first impression Mad Strength 4, which has a good chance of raising the Pokemon's attack when one of its attacks is successful. So as soon as you hit with first impression, because it's 100% accuracy, your attack is going to go up. Amazing. We went ahead and grabbed that attack as well. Unfortunately, there's not too many attack buffing nodes, but his attack's already like insane anyways. But yeah, so this would be a really good build for doing a lot of damage with first impression, and then you can use the next first impression and just do even more damage with that one. And yeah, after that your attack's raised, so you can just use Pin Missile, and it's a more powerful Pin Missile without doing any of the power-ups over there. This one is probably like the tankiest build for 2 out of 3. Because you get we just went for all the defense, special defense, and HP that we could get. We unfortunately couldn't get that HP plus 20 because we ran out of energy and single orbs. But you can only do so much. The tankiness of them is gonna just go insane because of the special defense increasing Beat 'em Down Barricade 1. Very, very good build out if you want to keep him in the fight for as long as possible. And this is our first 3 out of 5 sync grid build.
it is the first impression build as well. We go down here all the way to the bottom, we get first impression propulsion 4, which has a good chance of reducing the user's sync move countdown by 1 when the user's move is successful. So immediately jump in, first impression, boom, you're already on your way to getting to your sync move even quicker. We also grab the attack node up there and grab the special defense right here with the 3 remaining energy that we had, but we buffed the crap out of first impression. It's going to hit like a freight train. Golisopod's really good for that. Let's see here. This is probably the tankiest build that you could do for Golisopod. Up here in the upper left-hand corner, you got First Aid 4, which restores a bit of the Pokemon's HP once during battle when the Pokemon is in a pinch. So Mew has this ability as well, which makes it a very tanky unit as well. As soon as it drops to like, I think like a quarter of its life, it gets a big jump in HP regenerated. Vigilance to protect him from critical hits. We did not opt for the Beat 'em Down Barricade 1 to raise the special defense when you use a move, but we could get that if we wanted to, because we can take away those 2 special defense nodes down there so that we get this and increase our special defense with every move that we do. So there you go. There's 2 options for you, although we don't get that HP plus 20 now because we aren't connected to anything. So maybe we do this. We get that, and we need to get rid of another 3. So I want to keep that defense plus 10. So how about this? We get rid of that one, and we'll get rid of that special defense. There we go. That's enough. That works. So there's another really, really tanky sort of build for you. Alright, this one we've got a Pin Missile build, and down here, no quarter is really, really good. It costs 15 energy, so it's a high cost node, but it maximizes the number of times multi-strike moves hit when the user's multi-strike move is successful. What? Okay, so this means that you're going to do all this damage with Pin Missile, and you're going to do even more damage than usual once Pin Missile hits. That's insane. Like, that's really, 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 really good. Especially with Pin Missile's move gauge refresh, you throw on the Dire Hit MP refresh and the Beat 'em Down MP refresh to raise your attack. I mean, this lined up with like Superior, so your move gauge gets refreshed after you do Beat 'em Down. You're just gonna like, you're just gonna murder. You're gonna murder the opponents, man. It's insane. There's no other way to explain that. Like, you're gonna do a lot of damage with Pin Missile, especially because it's going to hit way more often with no quarter. It's great. And we also grab that attack node right there too. So you're just buffing your attack even more. Like, this is a really fun. Once I get Golisopod to 3 out of 5, I will definitely test out this sync grid. Here's another one where it's another Pin Missile build with no quarter, but we also did some tanky build as well because we grabbed First Aid there, and that special defense node right there too. So this way you're doing Pin Missile damage, a lot of Pin Missile damage, and once you drop below like a quarter of your life, or like a third of your life or something like that, you get your HP boosted up so you're back in the game for even longer. And then finally, we've got the Sync Bomb build. Now, he really buffs his sync move. He's got 4, so you're going to buff it plus 100 for your sync move, which is insane. We threw on the Dire Hit MP refresh so you can really up your critical hit rate. The Beat 'em Down MP refresh so you can increase your attack for your sync move. And yeah, dude, this is just a crazy, crazy build. Unfortunately, forgot to link it up over here, so there's 2. We'll go ahead and just take away that HP plus 20. So that leaves us with 2 move gauge left. What should we use that on? There we go. Or no, we'll do it on this. Defense. Okay. So there you go. That's the completed Sync Bomb build for you guys. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments for me, and I'll answer them. Hit the like button, subscribe if you have not already so you never miss out on any of my daily Pokemon Masters content. I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Later.